into a good position. The problem is from previous games is this is where they fall down and go out. They need to work hard from here.
Turner balls. There's a quick call from Dinesha, and luckily for Sri Lanka, Randika responds and no misunderstandings. So one more scored, total on to wait.
And that's what happens when you're batting. You play a couple of good shots and suddenly the perceived pressure is off you and the running communication is better. These girls are batting really well now.
And the balls. That again, aimless, just not thinking. The runs came in that over. They had no need to take any risks. So at the end of 3 overs, Sri Lanka 3. So it's Turner. In fact, we have one more ball to take scared. There is an appeal. Final ball of this third over.
That's better communication between the batters. Not a good shot, so they didn't run.
That one is played well. There's the appeal, and it's not the best running from the Sri Lankan ladies on that occasion, not diving for the crease, and this might be very close. We are waiting for the replay as this one is referred to the TV umpire.
A direct hit there from Bronny. Yeah, we can see the replay. Here we go. Actually, it's Nicole Martin, I think. There you go, Jess Race. I should know my Victorian girls.
Chris, this is going to be a difficult one for the umpire. He cannot see at which point the ball is making contact with the stumps. That, of course, looks...
Good thing about this replay is you get to see Jess in action. She's reaching high, she's off balance, still hits the stumps directly. Now that's what indoor cricket can do for outdoor cricket. Improve your fielding.
So 2 umpires in this game, Nayana Jitam in the head umpire and Sachit Siribadana, the TV umpire. So we're waiting for...
Yeah, that's out.
He's not too sure.
He's not too sure. That's fine. Umpire's always correct.
And the end of 3 overs, Sri Lanka move on to 5. So final over, it's skipper Jude Coleman and played high up, and again very bad running from the Sri Lankans. Not running straight through, not finishing the play, just standing and hesitating in the middle of the pitch and paying the price as another dismissal, and Sri Lanka reduced to 0 in the 4th and final over of their skin.
Well, you can see this batting pair have basically lost wickets on run-outs. They haven't done much wrong other than getting run out. So they work on that. They can hit 20, 25 every game.
That's a great shot. And she makes it Randika on that occasion. 2 runs to Sri Lanka. Corbin bowls. It's a full delivery. And
beautiful ball. Beat the batsman, beat the keeper. Really good ball.
Wendy Kemp behind the stumps, unable to collect that one clean. No damage done. The score remains on 2. Jude Coleman. Balls. The sun is played around the ground, and this might be close as well. Yes. Can't be running in that way and looking to survive all the time. Another dismissal. Sri Lanka reduced again into the minus. They are -3.
Again, another run out, and this is where the indoor cricket slap shot is essentially the best shot in the game. I mean, you hit it hard into the net flat. The fielders are sharp, they're quick. It's just easy pickings for them.
Coleman balls. Pansy up there again, responding quickly, but this time around sent back by Randika and Dinesha, making the ground at the bowler's end, so no damage done. Sri Lanka remain on -3. Coleman. Fuller delivery, very well played on that occasion. Down and up, no sweat at all, crossing risk-free, and that's exactly what they need to be doing, but they're not doing it as consistently as they should, Chris.
Well, that's the example of what we're trying to explain to the people at home. She didn't even have to run, she just jogged it through, made it safely quite easily.
There's Coleman. That time is the off stump, beats her as she lunges at that one. Pick a delivery from Coleman. Swinging in the air. The final delivery of this skin. Sri Lanka on -1. Here is Coleman. It's hit straight. Direct hit will get her, but not to be. And he survives the end of the over, at the end of the skin, and Sri Lanka just on 0. About to see the start of the second skin. The first skin contributing 0. And that was Randika making -3 and Dinesha making 3. Thank you, Michael Guest, who is keeping the scores for us so that we can keep you updated on the stats and everything that is taking place in the court. And it's Brioni working on now, who bowls the 5th over. Completely bowled on that occasion. Randika looking to play it on the offside, misses it completely. So an early dismissal for the Sri Lankans in the second skin, -5 the total. Really bowls. Now this thing will in the air, and oh, that's a very uncharacteristic miss. O'Neill had that one covered as came off the net, but you don't just see that most often from the Australian ladies.
You rarely see it, but everyone makes mistakes, and the good thing about for the Australian side is they don't make too many.
Really bowls, and that time Ishani a bit late on coming down on that one. Lucky. She gets some bat on it, keeps it away from the stumps. The score remains on -3. 5th over of the Sri Lankan inning, the first of the second skin.
Bryony's bowling well here. She's giving the batsman no width.
Bryony bowls. Then coming played straight, just running aimlessly. This is another dismissal. Easy. Ash double in the closing on the onside, flicking that one to Wendy Kemp. And here comes the slow motion as we watch it. Throw comes, he picks it in front and takes the bails off, and the batter was struggling all the way. Shani run out. So another dismissal is -8.
A good balance by Kemp. Got into position with the ball coming in, gloved it well, bails off quickly.
Here's Briani to Shani. Game play close, and no chance of any runs. Turner fields. Score remains on -8. There is Briani. Again running. That's might be another dismissal here. It is. Looks that way. He has been referred to the TV umpire, and here is the replay.
And I think she'll be out. Yeah. Good throw by Jess. Straight over side stumps.
Given. It's out. So another dismissal. It's -13 now in the second skin. Sri Lanka struggling so far, unable to make any headway against this strong Australian bowling attack, and some fantastic fielding to support the bowling. And that's the end of the 5th over. Sri Lanka in the reds, -13.
Jess Race bowling this over from Victoria. A little bit quicker than some of the other girls.
Jessica Suresh. She bowls to Shani, the left-hander. Looking to plate. Oh, what's happening here? What's happening with the Sri Lankan ladies? Absolutely no eye contact. Not decided. Just running absolute haywire. Another dismissal. Easy one this time for the Australians. It's -18 now.
Well, I think it was a call of no, then yes, and no, and then the day they weren't really sure what they're doing.
Here is Jessica. Going down the leg side. Not wide enough to be called wide. Score remains at -18. Jessica once again to Shani.
No ball front foot.
No ball front foot call by the umpire. So the mistake from the bowler. And she gives 2 runs to the Sri Lankans. They'll be quite happy to get those kind of runs from the Australians. -16 the total as she runs in and bowls again. This time Fuller. Mushani playing all around that one. I'm wondering, Chris, where she tried to hit that ball, because she was not getting body behind hit and not a bat coming from a different angle.
Well, I found that to be a faster ball by Jess, so maybe she was rushed by the shots. So I had to swing a little bit harder to catch up to the ball.
Here is Jessica. Fuller delivery played straight. No chance whatsoever. So another dismissal. Sri Lanka dropping now to -21.
Yeah, Sri Lanka have to, I think, communicate more. I mean, most of the wickets this game have been unforced errors. They've just been run-outs when they didn't need to run. So, you know, out of the 8 or 9, 10 wickets, there's probably been 2 bowled, but it's a run-out.
Jessica's the ball to Gayatri. Here she is.
No ball.
No ball again. So not too sure what the call was for. Was it front foot no ball?
Surprised me, Jess is bowling no ball front foots, because the run up here is, I would think, 1 to 2 metres longer than the average run-up in Australia. So she has plenty of room to mark her run-up.
Hey, Jessica, one more time. Very close to the front line. At that time, it's good enough. One more run to Sri Lanka. The score now -18. In the 6th over of the Sri Lankan innings, the last ball of the 6th over. Jessica bowls. Short, hit very hard to the third line. Would be out. No, she misses the direct hit. And Coleman did not get it as well. And so the end over with 2 and the score on to -16.
Thank you.
So when they came to bowl the 7th over of this innings, Shani will be on strike. Here she is, and that's, no ball slipping off the hand, I believe. Just no control on that occasion, and that's expected given the conditions in court, Chris.
Oh, definitely. It's good to see some of the Australians have a smile on their face. You know, it's good to be stern and professional, but sometimes you got to have some fun as well.
Time outside the off stump. Shani playing away from her body, does not make contact. The score on -14. So this has been just far too easy for the Australian ladies. Things just working their way. That's a wide one outside the off stump, a call wide. So Sri Lanka, most of their runs have come in wides and no balls, and well, all gifted runs by the Australians.
Yeah, it is a little bit of charity there by the Australians. I mean, they've been bowling so well up to now, they don't want to slip here. Another one. Well, you see from the first ball, Kemp was struggling to hold the ball. Well over the batsman's head, full toss. So maybe she's got to slow it down a little bit, rub a hand against the net just to dry it off, and come in a little bit slower and take it easy.
Wendy Kemp. There she is. And a wide one outside the off stump.
I think she's let off there. I think the umpire was feeling a bit sorry for her because that could have been another wide.
So the umpire felt it was good enough for him. The score remains on -10. Here's Wendy. And right outside the off stump. That time it's called wide. So what's happening here with Wendy?
I think at this stage I'd be holding holding the ball seam across, so I had a better grip on the ball and just bowling straight.
She's lucky she's not bowling the final over of her skin. This over will never end otherwise. Here we go. That time she corrects it, and it's played to the onside net, eluding the closing field of Dorgu. And one more delivery to come. The total now on -6. So Sri Lanka, with all those gift-wrapped runs coming their way, have been able to reduce this just minus skin now from a -20.
Yeah, they've come back well, these two. The Australians have helped with all the wides, but
there is 2 more.
Yeah, that could
Might be out as well.
Another direct hit.
Ushani taking so long to start off and get going. She should have been running from the time it hit the bat, but not to be. And let's see this replay as it comes. Yeah, she finds herself short. And it's a direct hit. Most of the time the direct hits out.
That's been the difference with Australia and the other sides. They just hit the stumps so often. And that just comes down to practice, guys. Get out there and practice.
So we're waiting for the decision from the umpire. Yes, that's a raised finger. That's another dismissal. The end of 7 overs, Sri Lanka -11.
And that's the beauty of indoor cricket. You can practice your fielding at any time. Throwing down the stumps, the ball's not going to go all the way to the boundary like it does in outdoor cricket.
commencement of the final over in this skin. As Dobel in the attack. Sri Lanka have been in the red most of the time except for a brief period in that first skin. So it's minus 11 to Sri Lanka. Gayatri on strike. Looking to play that hard, and this is going to be close. But I think Wendy also didn't collect the ball cleanly. And it's a reprieve for the Sri Lankans. 1 run scored. The total on to minus 10.
Again, hesitation, misunderstanding, and an opportunity for Australia, which they didn't take.
So the balls, Shani turns it around, and again Gayatri kind of running in circles almost, but survives on that occasion. So 1 more scored. Total should read minus 9. Is double outside the off stump. Gayatri is leaning far outside the off stump to play it, but did not make contact. Ash double once again at the top of a mark. Goals. Slower delivery. And here she goes running. Batsmen looking at each other. The wicket was actually not broken on the first time. They had a chance of making their ground, but there was a bit of an argument between the batters, and that cost them another dismissal. So,
one thing you need to realise in indoor cricket, it's not who's made the wrong call, or mate, just get down to the other end, never give up, don't give the other side a wicket. They gave up there, stood in mid-pitch before the bails were actually taken off.
This one is played to the third line. Nishad feels well, keeps the score to just 1. Total should be minus 13 now. It should be now minus 13. The scoreboard showing minus 15. 2 runs have not been registered. There's Dobal. That was hit in the air and caught easily there on the third line. That time it's Tanil making no mistake. She dropped one earlier in the game, but not on that occasion. Another dismissal for Sri Lanka. It's a minus 18 now.
These guys worked really hard to get it to minus 6, and now they're back to minus 20. So they've just let it slip a little bit, and then hopefully they learn from this.
There's Dobal to Shani. That's in the air, should be caught. So it's another dismissal to finish off the skin. After 8 overs, Sri Lanka minus 23. We are just about to see the commencement of the third skin. 2 batters for Sri Lanka. His skipper Rose Fernando, she'll be on strike with her partner Nimali Pereira to start proceedings would be Tanil.
The umpire's just held up play. He just double checking the score from the last batting pair.
So play held up a little bit as the scoreboard is reading minus 25. It should be minus 23, and that's now corrected. It's now corrected. So we got the total right, but not the skins.
Oh, that's up.
Still trying to get the scoreboard corrected. Umpire Nanajit so play well, this is a comedy of errors here, Chris, and play held up the scoreboard is been circulating going in circles, but we have still not got the correct score, Chris.
I think he's getting there now. I haven't umpired for a long time, and I know the systems have all changed, but surely there's an undo button.
Now there's only 2 skins that have played, so the third and fourth skins have not yet batted, so they can't have any runs on that part of the scoreboard. It has to be the first and the second skin, and I think there is a mistake. I think the first skin was 0. That was correct. So the second skin should be 23, and that's where it is. Now he has got a fourth skin score blinking as well. He has got the overs going out to 13. It should be 9. So let's see what happens now as we have.
Okay, so it's got to go to the fourth pair to correct the score there.
So we got,
and then he'll go back to the ninth over. There. Right, we're all done, ready to go.
So there we go. Big thank you to Michael Guest who ran across to help umpire Nanajit out. These are things that just about happen in the pressure of the game, Chris, and can't blame the umpire. There are so many things happening around. He has to take care of all situations, and sometimes there can be a little bit of shortcomings. So the start of this ninth over, a wide down the leg side by Tanil. See maybe a cool down, having to wait so long to bowl that over.
Yeah, in these conditions, the likelihood of a cool down, it's very hot out here. The guys are doing it tough, and good on them.
That's played low, and they're running across. Rose diving for the crease, doing what's required from her. And on that instant, the third line fielder, Nisha Stowe, not finding the mark. And so Sri Lanka survived the score on to minus 19. When the game played, running for another single. Wendy does not collect. So one more run to Sri Lanka. Moves on to a minus 18. And we got Amaya talking to Sri Lankan player Dilshan Witharana. Over to you, Amaya.
I am speaking to the vice captain of the Sri Lankan men's team, and that's Dilshan Witharana. So Dilshan, it's been a long 3 days of Indo cricket, but it's been 3 great days, I think. And what do you think of the tournament so far?
Actually, it's a really exciting tournament for us, and for the newcomers, I think they have to learn from Aussies. I think it's really helpful for future Sri Lankan Indo cricket.
All right, and tomorrow is going to be the big game, and today in the afternoon, actually. Sorry, rather. So what do you think? How the preparations going?
Yes, somehow we are going to beat Aussies. That's our main idea, but will give them a good fight. 100% sure.
All right, so we have a very determined vice captain here with me right now, and Dilshan has said it. They really do want to beat the Aussies, and that you are geared up, right, to really face up to the challenges that these guys are going to put your way.
Of course, yes.
All right, so that's from Dilshan Vitharan, the vice captain. But I'll give you back to the commentary box right now. We'll have more later on.
Thank you, Amaya. And as you come, we are looking at a replay here for a run out that has been referred to the TV umpire. Very, very close. And again, umpire Sachitra Siribadana looking at the replays, trying to come up with a decision. Yes, he's happy with what he sees, and it's a race finger. And another 5 runs reduced from the Sri Lanka score. They go to a minus 23. So Nimali will be on strike to Tanil. It's the 9th over of the Sri Lanka innings. She runs and bowls way outside the off-stump call wide. So that's 2 runs to Sri Lanka to score on to minus 21.
Maybe she has gone a bit cold. That's another bit of a break, showing the replay of the wicket. And next ball, wide.
Here's Tanil again. That's straighter, played down the pitch. It's Ash Gobel on the 3rd line who feels very, very quickly. Running to her left, no chance of any running. So the score remains on a minus 21. It's Ash Gobel on the 3rd line on the leg side. Nisha Illas on the 3rd line on the offside as Tanil bowls, straighter delivery. And Nimali unable to get any bat on it. And that's the end of the 9th over. Sri Lanka on minus 21. So it's when he came to start the 10th over. So the bowling to Rose Ferreira, the captain. That's played off the top of his edge and brilliantly caught there, close in by Turner. Leslie Turner diving and picking that one from the top net. It's not easy, but she make it look so easy at the end.
Yeah, initially she went the wrong way, Turner, and then she's come back one-handed, grabbed the ball. So kept her eyes on the ball, took the catch. Great play.
So Sri Lanka minus 26. That one is hit to the top of the net, and 2 more runs scored. Total on the minus 24. Wendy Kemp did bowl a good over the first time out. She's looking to make amends. There she is bowling to Nimali, and it's well fielded by Tanil. And as the throw comes to Coleman, they run across for 1 more run. So the total now on to a minus 23. Whatever delivery on that instant, Chris losing action as well as she bowls that one way off the pitch. Easy call for the umpire.
Yeah, it definitely looked like she lost the rhythm, and that was a metre off the pitch. Just shows the best in the world can make mistakes.
That's straighter, hit hard by Rose. She's capable of playing a couple of big shots past Nisha at the 3rd line. So 2 more runs scored, 5 for the skin, and it's minus 18 to Sri Lanka.
It's good to see Rose back herself. The ball was up there, half volley. Of course you're going to hit that one to the back net.
Came to Nimali. That's down leg side. Will be called wide. Brady had bails off in a flash, but Nimali's foot was well grounded. Total now on to minus 16.
Australians must definitely be feeling the heat after this long tournament. Uncharacteristically bowling a lot of leg sides and wides.
It's played hard, and it's going to be an very easy dismissal. Coleman takes the bears off. Another 5 runs reduced. The total now back again into the minus 21.
And final ball.
Good steal there. Rose was aware was what was happening up the bowler's end. They misfielded and off for the single.
So end of the 10th over, and Sri Lanka minus 20. So it's Jessica Suresh now to bowl the 11th over of the Sri Lankan innings, the third of this third skin. And just a reminder to all our viewers, we have live streaming on now on www.mtbsports.lk. So join us, connect with us, and watch some live Indo cricket brought to you live and exclusive on MTB Sports. The next one played very well by Rose Fernando. Minus 18 the total.
Yeah, Rose has improved all carnivals, so it just goes to show you play against the best sides and you will improve your game.
So it's Jessica once again to Dimali. Plays it quietly on the onside. It's deflected close in by Leslie Turner. Coleman completes the fielding, no change to the total, minus 18. The last skin was a minus 23, and that was Ushani's contribution, minus 19. And Gayatri a minus 4. That was not the best batting performance from a Sri Lanka point of view. That's wide outside the off stump, call wide. So 2 more runs added to the total. It's minus 16 Sri Lanka in this 11th over of the innings.
Just not happy with herself there. She very high standards on her bowling.
Jessica swinging delivery down the leg side, wide again. And Chris, the Australian ladies have bowled a fair number of wides and no balls, and I think it's above the average. And any particular reason for that? Maybe is it fatigue, tiredness, or just that the game is just so easy? They are not playing it as hard as they could have.
I just think it's the guys are tired. I mean, it's been a hard week. It's hot. And when that happens, you just don't bowl as well as what you normally would. They've got to get the mental toughness really has to pull them through this. It's a stage of the game where they're just bowling too many wides.
So last another 2 runs added to the total. It's minus 12 now, coming down from that minus 23 at the end of the second skin. Played off at outside edge, immediate call of no. So good batting from the Sri Lankans, and the Australians also not been pushed, as we see the captain and the vice captain of the Sri Lanka men's Indo cricket team relaxing and just about try to get it focused for this big one that's coming up in a little while against the Australian men, the grand final.
Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to see that game. The Sri Lankans have put it to the Australians during the week. They rested a few of their key players last night. But watch here, the Sri Lankans. Andy Solomon's back in. He bowls lightning quick. Australians can't play him. It's going to be a great game.
So that was Captain Dushan Tapiris and Vice Captain Dushan Vitarana. Wide, no ball off the pitch. In fact, Jessica bowling another ball that went away from her. So the end of 11 overs, and Sri Lanka now minus 10. So Ash double now to bowl the 11th over of this Sri Lankan innings. The skin now 13 runs. Pitched up and played quietly. Leslie Turner very quickly on the onside, close in fields. This might be a third ball, is it? No. So in fact, we've corrected it. It's the 12th and final over. Here is double. Bowls Nimali. Looking to play that one on the offside. Doesn't make contact. So now it will be a third ball. It's a third ball situation.
And that's smart bowling by Doble. Most of the last over and then the first ball of this over have been off-cutters coming into the batsman. That was wide and straight. So the batsman was playing for the off-cut, but it didn't happen.
Here's Doble. That one is played low and they're running hard. The flick from Nisha, not very accurate to Coleman. Gives the opportunity for Nimali to pick up 2 more runs and takes Sri Lanka now to -8 and the skin to 15.
These two batters have been really smart. They're keeping out the good ball and hitting the bad ball, and that's why they're 15 runs.
There's Doble once again. That's wide down the leg side, but not wide enough according to umpire Anajit.
Yeah, definitely looked wide from here. Maybe Rose got a little bit of bat or something on it.
Doble. Yeah, now the leg side, but this time well within those lines and would be a third ball situation once again. So this has been a bit over from an Australian point of view. Not too many extra runs or free runs given to Sri Lanka. Doble. Nimali. Hitai. They're running hard off the top of the net. Nisha could not get a hand to it. So 1 more run. And Sri Lanka now -7 in the 12th over of their innings. Just 2 deliveries left in this over. So this pair has done reasonably well to reduce that deficit. -3 after 2 skins. Now it's -7. That's in the poor stroke on that occasion as well. And once
that's
again,
a great catch. Overrun it, had to dive backwards. That's a great catch. Score at -7 and they still feel the need to dive around and land on the concrete.
Final ball.
So it's -12 now the total. Nimali with 2 balls to go, hitting the ball in the air, not giving any thought on what they need to achieve. One to the final ball, see what she does this time. Plays it quietly. And the end of 12 overs, Sri Lanka -12. So here we go, the final batting pair for Sri Lanka. It's Briony Polkinghorn who bowls to Nilu Mendis, the left-hander. This wiry little player from Sri Lanka, the vice-captain of the Sri Lankan team. And with her is Hiroshi Abe Singh. Taking all balls. Played past the closing fielder. Looking for a run, but sent back by Hiroshi. She was not ready to run for that, so it's going to be a third ball situation early on.
Sometimes the batters can be too cautious when running. That was a good shot. There was a run there. You got to back yourself if you hit the ball well.
Here is Briani bowls. This time he gets it close to the wicketkeeper, but Wendy Kemp retrieving the ball, but before her throw comes the batsman scampering through for a single, one more to the total, minus 11, and that the previous skin of 11 Rose contributed 8 and Nimali just 3. That is played quietly.
This could be close.
This one is referred to the TV umpire. It was tapped back onto the stumps, and now it's left to be seen whether Hiroshi had anything behind the crease. He was just ambling out and just about got a foot in, I believe.
She looked a bit casual there, but obviously she knew where she was. That should easily make it back. Yeah. I was actually quite surprised she didn't actually try to ground her bat.
So you like to see this pair just tighten up, trying to erase off this minus 11, get Sri Lanka into the positive, and well, that's about what they can aim for. Swinging delivery straight to Leslie Turner, closing on the onside. A quick throwback at the stumps, but this time Hiroshi was well grounded. So it's another third ball situation. Here is Polkinghorn. She bowls. She's all the way out and a wide ball, and it's a run out.
Smart bowling. That's just, it doesn't matter if it's a wide or a leg side. If the batter's coming up the crease to you, the wicket still stands and you don't get the 2 runs for the wide.
So the score now dropping to minus 16. The skin to minus 4. It's a tad. Might be a close one for Hiroshi, but she's diving for the crease. And she makes a ground, 2 runs scored, minus 14.
That shot not too dissimilar to the first pair, hitting it into the cover net, but the non-striker willing to dive to make a ground.
Yeah, should be caught. In fact, as Turnbull was in that position on the off close by, could not get under that ball as he came off the net. 2 runs scored after 13 overs, Sri Lanka minus 12. So it's going to be Nisha Ailes to bowl the 14th over of the Sri Lankan innings. Here she is running into Hiroshi Abe Singh. Outside the off stump, Hiroshi trying to play it off with a squarish bat, horizontal bat. But closing the face too early, does not make contact. Score remains on minus 12. Ailes bowls. That's driven straight to the third line. And there is a